All right, this is pretty tough stuff. Rudy says he's got 6 witnesses, 5 or 6 witnesses, I think 6, uh, that have direct evidence of Joe Biden's corruption in Ukraine. Pretty damning if it's accurate.
You got me thrown out so that the
Mr. Mayor,
case against Soros, the case against the billionaire, and the case against your son.
Let's go here further.
Mr. Mayor, so you interviewed, I'm listening to all of this. If Donald Trump Jr. did any of this, if Donald Trump did this, they might actually have their first real charge against the president. We have Politico, we have all the evidence that the DNC and Hillary's campaign colluded with Ukraine. The media is deaf, dumb, and stupid, as they always are, and corrupt. You interviewed Shokin. We know why he was fired. He was told why he was fired. He's now said it 5 separate times, said he was fired because he was interviewing and investigating Biden's corrupt son. You're right.
If he was fired for being corrupt, excuse me, I don't mean this as an insult, but almost everybody in the Ukrainian government would be fired. I mean, if he is corrupt, he's not very good at it. He's quite poor. I know all these guys. Lutsenko's got a lot of dough, big cars, lots of money. Shokin is living in a village. He's living in a cottage. He's actually hiding and scared out of his mind that they're going to kill him because, I mean, I can't, this is not up to us to investigate. But if you think the president of the Ukraine let out one of the richest people, let him get away with $5 billion without, what do they say in The Godfather? Picking his beak or filling his beak, or I can't remember that expression. Well, taking his portion of it. If you don't think Poroshenko got big millions for this, then you shouldn't be in the investigatory business.
Last question, Mr. Mayor. We're running out of time. You say you may sue. Who?
Well, we're looking at a very serious lawsuit. Adam Schiff kind of advanced that lawsuit today with the possibility that he had advanced knowledge and orchestrated this newest non-knowledge, no first-hand knowledge, therefore should be ignored whistleblower. In fact, he would have been ignored until they changed the rules. None of his testimony is admissible in court. It's all hearsay. Every bit of Shokin's testimony is admissible in court, but they don't interview Shokin. Actually, Shokin testifies to real corruption. This guy testifies to everything he says about me here is false. My meeting with Yermak was not set up because of the conversation. You know why, idiot? Because it was set up before the conversation. The 2 people he said I called, I never called. One of them I wouldn't have called because he was put on the list of corrupt people that I shouldn't talk to there. And I happen to have independent knowledge of that. So he doesn't know what he's talking about with regard to me. There are apparent indications I could point out 7 or 8 where he's lying, or at least so. He may not be lying. He's relying on other people. Maybe they lied to him. That's why hearsay evidence is inadmissible. Shokin has direct evidence. Kalyuk has direct evidence. Kalyanuk has direct
There's 3 names.
evidence. Lutsenko has direct evidence.
4 names.
Tereshchenko has direct evidence. I have 6 witnesses who can give direct admissible evidence of Ukrainian collusion, not Russian collusion, participation in the Steele dossier with phony information, the creation of false evidence, and a very clear corruption scheme by the Vice President of our United States. And that has to be vindicated. And all of it was exposed before he was a candidate for president. And it's not because he's a candidate for president, because he was a corrupt, disgraceful vice president who disgraced our country in the Ukraine and in China. And they're still talking about how corrupt he is and how stupid we are for not catching it. It has to be vindicated for the honor of the United States of America. He disgraced us. And if you don't react to that, you have no sense of honor or dignity.
We will stay on it. Mr. Mayor, thank you.
He gets after it. We're going to let it go at that. Powerful stuff. 5 or 6 witnesses, firsthand of the corruption of Joe Biden. I still don't believe Joe is going to make it to this primary and through these individual primaries. I think if I come by the November, 1st of November, I think he's going to drop out. Pressure is going to get so hot on him that he's going to say, I'm done. And if he doesn't, I think the people are just not going to vote for him. He won't be a top contender. Either way, he's going to be done for. Either won't be a top contender or he's going to fall out. Or both. Okay, this is Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. This is Hannity. This is Rudy Giuliani. And he says he's got 6 direct witnesses in Ukraine who'll testify of Joe Biden's corruption. Good day.